1 million. Bam. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Bitcoin, 103,200. Is it going to come back and continue to pump? Let's see what's happening on this beautiful, beautiful Saturday night. And yes, it's a beautiful day here in Florida, of course. We were out there on the Gulf looking out. Look at my X. You can see we were out there just boating, having a blast. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the only channel sponsor me, the Crypto Lifer. Thank you, Crypto Lifer. I appreciate the sponsorship. Shout out to everybody here. If you want to jump on into class, I do teach class the last Saturday of every month. Hit the QR code, and it will take you to the next time you can jump on into class. All right, I can't wait to teach class, and yeah, it's going to be fun. Also, Bitcoin Las Vegas, time is running out. It is in 10 days. The 27th, 10 days for Bitcoin Las Vegas. So embrace game theory. Bitcoin Las Vegas. Hit the QR code or the link to jump on in to Bitcoin Las Vegas. God bless everybody here on the live. Pontoon rods of the weekend. Yes, it was fun. You know it. I know it. We all know it. And Bitcoin BOOKMAP showing signs of a short squeeze, still above us there with that liquidity club at 104 and at 104,800. Not as much down there. There's something down here, but it's not as thick. You can see it's there, but it's not as big. There it is right there. See? That's what we're looking at, but it's just not as thick. So, only time will tell, but right now BOOKMAP does suggest that we have ourselves a bit of a short squeeze coming. All right? That's what it looks like. Anything is possible, but that's what I see. Let's take a look at BTC on the big picture. Remember, I put where I believed Bitcoin was going to end up today. Let's see. I don't think we hit it, right? I don't think we hit that level, but let's take a look here on BTC. One thing I wanted to show you though, my signal to buy when we close a candle above the 200 MA. Look, I mean, at 10x leverage, that's what, 2.3%. That's 2.3%. And that's 3.3%. I mean, that ain't bad if you consider a day of trading. You know, it adds up. $100, that would be $2.30, $2.60, $3.30. That would be almost about $10 on $100. I mean, that's 10% of the account. So basically, you could make about almost 10% on an account, which is crazy if you think about it on these three trades. Just by getting in when the price action closes a candle above the 200. We'll say, well, actually, it's not. We'll say it's a little less there because you had to wait for the candle to close there. And right there, right? Yeah, so that's actually a little facetious. I apologize. The percentages are a little smaller, but still about 6.7%. I'll still take 6.7% on my portfolio every single day. If I took on a Saturday, and the idea is I just buy when we get above the 200 MA. It's very simple stuff. You gotta have really control over yourself to do it though. Like, it seems simple. This stuff looks simple, but it's not. You got to be in the zone. You got to be locked in. You got to have a plan. You got to know you're going to do it before you do it. And then you got to know what you're going to do. The trade has to be planned out. Otherwise, you're going to be all over the place. Hey, we're just crossing here. The chance that it's about to do it right now. We're about to get the pump to the upside when we cross this 200 MA. The chance that happens right now as we're speaking on a Saturday night. Anyway, I'm not going to spend too much time here on the 1 minute unless we have to. We're going to take a look at our daily close that just came in about 21 minutes ago for Bitcoin. And we're going to have some fun. We're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down. Then we're going to go to the weekly all the way down and see what happens. But today, Bitcoin opened at about 103,126. The high was 103,319. Sorry. We opened at 103,462. The high was 103,699 and 90 cents. The low was 102,602. And the candle closed at 103,126 even. It was down $336 today. Down 0.32%. So it went down $336. It opened here. It wicked all the way down. It came back up and it closed right there. Could have gone even lower. It dipped down as low as 102.6. You see, every time we dip, bought up, bought up, bought up, bought up, bought up, bought up. Just seems like someone is there to buy this price action no matter what happens to Bitcoin. You know, this looks more and more like a descending triangle is beginning to form here. Eventually, that's going to become a descender, and they don't look too good, right? That's going to have to bounce sooner than later, you know, and then we could say maybe it's going to make one of these, you know, and we get a bounce here, like back to the top of the channel. So we'll see, but that, already that just not, it just, market structure, the flag, like these flags look better. That flag, at least we could see a fractal in it. We'll get back there in a second. Anyway, so the weekly looks like it could close tweezer top. We talked about this. If the weekly closed like that, that's bearish to me. And that suggests we're going to go further to the downside. See, everyone else will be paying attention to the daily and all this other stuff, but you got to look at the weekly time frame. And the weekly's right there, glaring you in the face. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Every time I grab this mic, I think about Elvis. Yeah, baby, yeah. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. I'm rocking all the time. You ain't never caught a rabbit, then you ain't no friend of mine. Yeah. Sorry, I have to do that. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry. So could we get this move here that I'm looking at? It's a bit sharp of an angle. I'll show you what I'm seeing here on Bitonex. And sign up to any of the links. I'd greatly appreciate it. So let's take a look here. 104,985 and to 107,067. So take a look. I mean, this is Bitonex, and you can see, like, we're still hugging this channel. We're going to talk all about this in a second anyway, but, like, man, I'm still in a long. I get liquidated. I don't get liquidated, but I get stopped out if they take out this wick here. So I'm still long. Not on Bitonex. Underwater. So the weekly, if this closes red, we're going to come down. It is what it is. There's a chance we bump out of here. I'm not, I don't know what's going to happen. But that closes red. It is what it is. This already did close tweezer top. And that tells me that, we're on our way to the downside. So the 5-day has already said, yeah, I'd tweezer top. Like, and every time you've had this happen, the 5-day, we've had somewhat of a pullback. We're very far from the 21. We've been pumping very nicely. It would make sense that we could come back to support and retest the 21-day moving average. I've been studying this stuff for years. It seems to happen on every single thing. So we may have to come all the way down here, maybe even on a wick. But, there's a chance we go to 96,000, 97, because we got to touch that 21. Don't be surprised if you see price action do something just like this in the next 20 to 30 days. Don't be surprised. There's a lot of bullish news. Everyone's more bullish than they should be, in my humble opinion. We've been ripping for weeks. Fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks straight. Fine. Give us a 3 to 4 week pullback at least, right? Come on. It would be healthy. If we keep ripping, the dump is going to be horrible. If we just keep ripping straight up, the dump is going to be absolutely insane. I'd rather a nice healthy pullback for a bigger move for Bitcoin. Remember, like, the pain is worth it in the long run. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Like here, had we just kept ripping, oh my God, we would have had to crash to a 618. You see what I'm saying? And we would have been all the way back down here, probably wick to 786. That had to be, you don't want to rip like that. You want to consolidate nicely, break out, consolidate, break out, consolidate. And again, Bitcoin consolidates for months at a time. I'm sorry to tell you, but look, here's the last consolidation, 195 days. Here's a short one at 65 days. Here's the other last one there, 225 days. And this last one about, 126 days. Like, it takes its time. Bitcoin takes its time. There's still room here on the 3-day chart, on the 5-day. There's still room on the stochastics to do some damage. Let's see what happens. I'm open-minded, but right now, and again, like I said, fine, let us rip. If we rip, then there's just, we'd rip up like this, basically a couple more 5, and then we'd have to come back down at one point to the 21. So it is what it is. The 5-day's not peachy clean. The 3-day looks cool. What I like about the 3-day is that when I bring this up, it's hugging this, previous resistance is support right there at that 102.250. And fine, we can go sideways for, look at that. A 3-day candle there, a 3-day candle, a 3-day candle. Right? We could go sideways for dang near 20 days. 15 to 20 days and make a beautiful flag and then pump again. I'd be down with that. Nothing wrong with that. That would help some altcoins if Bitcoin could go sideways and stabilize. Target would be 113 to a new high. So I'm not putting it past. There could be just a slow sideways bleed here for the next 2 weeks. I'll take it. There would be nothing wrong with that if that's what happens. Now, I'm advantageous Sammy. I'm always believing there's something going on here. Now, what if we're on the flag here? This breaks out despite the way we've had it. And this is where, like, I think the strength comes in. Like, people look at it like, oh, you got to be definitive. And you do when you make the trade. But when you're assessing the market, you got to look at it as many times as you can. Just like, you know. So, like, that still looks like a bullish flag to me. Like, that looks bullish to me. There's something bullish in the air for me. And I don't know how like, it's my trader instinct is telling me to be more bullish than bearish. The 22 is oversold and in a bull pennant to me. Touch of the 21, like about to break out. Like the 22-hour time frame, which is a snipe time frame that I love to use, is looking nice. And so is the 12-hour. And actually, if you look, the 12-hour has actually had tweezer bottoms and in a green candle. The 12-hour is suggesting that it possibly has made an inverted head and shoulder high or low. Shoulder, head, right shoulder, sayonara, senorita. So I'm long on this signal with stops below these areas, you see? They take me out, fine, they take me out. And we know it's probably an M, they're going down. I'll have to make my money back on the short or whatever, you know. But right now, like, I just, you know, I gotta publicly admit that I'm long. And if I get kicked in the teeth and smashed in the face, then so be it. I'm open-minded enough to tell you. And it's very simple. Longing anywhere in this area with stops below these wicks, believing there's the higher low is coming. You know, it's a macro trade. It's not really, you know, you don't have to stare at the small time frames. They'll help. They'll guide us of what's going to happen later on. So right now, I'm just bullish that this is going to break to the upside. Just very bullish on this flag here. And I've been bullish on the flag since we've bounced. And again, price action's been sketchy. And I deleted my box, but it obviously isn't in the box, right? I put the box somewhere higher, right? We can all clearly see that we didn't hit the higher box. We hit the lower box, not that either, you know. We did go a little lower. So that's 112,000 if we make the big leg, right? Small leg would just be kind of there to there because there is a little wick there. And so first level takes us to 109, 108, 500, 109. Second legs take us to like 112. I'm bullish, you know, and maybe I'm wrong and it dumps in our face. But look, that was an M today that didn't dump. I see inverted head and shoulder forming on the bigger time frames now. A shoulder, a head, a right shoulder. I see a cup and handle. And let's just talk about this for a split second in real time. Nice and big. Biggins McGee's. Nice and biggins. And shout out to the super chats lately. They've been ridiculous. I just want to say $500 super chats like regularly. Like for this week. I mean, that's insane. $2,000. People are insane. Thank you. Like, I shouldn't say you're insane. You're very nice. Like, one of the nicest. I guess the world is that nice. Show up in a nice suit, talking in an announcer voice with positive energy, and people will throw money at you. I mean, I also help people make money, and I educate them. But, you know, still, the positive energy really reverberates back and forth. That's like a bit of an inverted head and shoulder to me. This is a double bottom. You know, Bitcoin has, you know, shown signs of support. This double bottom is supposed to. And again, it's not always pretty. It's not always linear. You know, measured moves are not always linear, meaning they don't go exactly straight up. They struggle to eventually hit their measured move, but as long as they keep going. Look, this W suggests we're headed to 108. So what I've also found is the inverted head and shoulder. The head is technically, as long as sometimes it's more rounded, sometimes it is more of a dagger. Well, look, that is your cup and handle right there. Your savvy cup and handy to the upside. All the way to the green monster. Back, all the way to the green monster. So that is a beautiful sign for me that we're going to at least bounce back to about 104, 200. Then we'll find out what happens from there. You can see the short squeeze liquidity right there on BOOKMAP waiting to get hit. Suggesting that there's some shorts there just chilling. Who's going to party on Skyfall with me when we get it? We're going to pull up with this puppy, and people are going to know what's up. They're going to know what's up. They're going to be like, yo, there's Sam Price in Skyfall. That's that crypto guy. That's that crypto dude. Yo, that's that dude, yo. Yo, that's that dude. I bet, yo, back away, yo. Illuminati, yo. No, I'm just people like, I knew he was Mason. I knew he was a Freemason. No. Okay, but look at this move to the upside. Looks interesting. So the Sammy sauce is starting to show. The cup and handle inverted head and shoulder tattoo is brewing out there. And you can see, I don't even need to draw. You can see it. It's all there. And a falling wedge can break to the upside 68% of the time. Can we get the move back up? This would be magnanimous. This would be the move of moves. This would be how it all goes down. I mean, well, goes up, but how the story of it going up goes down, if that makes sense. Because that's how they used to say, this is how it goes down, but it can go up. I don't like using that terminology, though. This is how it goes up. We're going to stick to that. Yeah, this is how it goes up, yeah. And we're not going to talk about going down. How we get down, who's down with me, all that. We're done with all that, all right? It's who's up with me, who wants to get up. The sky will fall before I ride Skyfall. Dang, man. I'm sorry to hear that. So you're never going to ride Skyfall with me? Who here's going to ride Skyfall with me? It's happening. What's worse? His fake announcer is also accent. He tries. Nerd. I love you, man. God bless you. I love the haters, man. They're awesome. God bless you. Thank you for jumping on in. WPJ, we love you. Send him a lot of love, everyone. Say we love you, WPJW. You're the best. God bless you, bro. I hope you have a good life. Hope everything's going your way. Thank you for all the love you just sent me. Shout out to Sonny Littletree in the house, my man. Shout out to Margaret Ness in the house. Shout out to Jennifer Moffitt in the house. Shout out to everybody here. Victor Navarro. Shout out to all my people here on the live. So Bitcoin hugging this tight channel. Are we going to roll over? So everyone's like, no, it's a head and shoulder. We're dumping. It's about Simpson. I'm so short. And there's just so much short liquidity up here that they probably, even if they're going to dump, they'll go grab it first. So anyway, I'm long with stops below these areas. We'll see what happens. I've been long for this whole time, and it's been creepy. It's felt like we were going to dump the whole time, but we haven't. And I've just stayed true to the game. I'm going to come ride the Skyfall. Shout out to Pack Bandits, Seed Bank. I love you, brother. I would love to go on the Skyfall. Amen. Yeah. And remember, I've taken big profits already on our swing trades. Only one trade open on the Lev actually right now. And then the DCAs. Nothing crazy right now as far as anything else, So that's Bitcoin in a nutshell. We went over the weekly. We went over the daily close. I've talked about where I believe the 1 hour can go. The 1 hour stochastics all day went up and did nothing. Basically, I gotta say, are in a bit of a bear flag. And that does look like we're going to dump. We got to get back above the 200 MA, and then we're actually just channeling with it. Another thing, though, see how tight the moving averages are? And we had the rollover today, but look, even this is interesting. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Like we had all day to dump on that, and we just kind of channeled up slowly. Just tells me there's slow buy pressure on that low volume Saturday, and to be careful when the market starts to get crazy. All right. So I see a bounce at least in the short term. I see a bounce at least here back to the top of the channel, and then we go from there. So that's what I see happening tonight into tomorrow. I show up tomorrow morning, and we're going to see what's up. And that's how we do Bitcoin, right? Day in and day out, no matter what. We don't take days off. Can you believe it? Every single day here. I'm not out on a Saturday night drinking. I'm not partying. I'm not at some event socializing. I'm back with my peoples doing my thing every Saturday night on the stream, because the stream's what built me. The stream's what still makes me. The stream's what gives me everything I got. And so I dedicate everything I got to the stream. I love the stream. I love each and every one of you, and I'll never give up on my dreams. 100,000 subscribers. Let's go. And shout out to everybody that subscribes to the channel. It will come back to you tenfold. I greatly appreciate it. It's the best. It's just the best feeling to know that you people love me and want to see me thrive. I got 3 daughters. When I thrive, they thrive. So you're just, you're helping future generations. And may they all be blessed. May they all be blessed. Nice little pump for Bitcoin right now as we're speaking. Look, a bit of a double bottom here on the 1 hour time frame. You can see there's a nice double bottom. 1, 2 right there, kind of a little wicks there, but we definitely found some support and got a bit of a bounce. And again, I have no idea. We could easily turn around and dump. I know nothing but the fact about ignorance, and I can see there's resistance right there at the POC at 103,650. Oh, 103.5, sorry, 103,500, really, the 200 of May, too. But, only time will tell. And you got to stick to one idea, and I'm looking at the inverted head and shoulder, the higher low, and I'm long on that bigger idea. Sam, God bless you and your family. God bless you, Crypto Cow 82. Oh, God bless you, Crypto Cow. I love you, brother. Thank you for everything, man. Shout out to my whole team. Sean, thank you for jumping on in. Shout out to everybody here. If you want to jump on into any of these links, Weeks, BitToNext, or Mexi, they're right up here at the pinned comment. Subscribe and like to the video. Let's go. Chat, give this man his 100K. He deserves it for real. Thank you. I'll get it when I deserve it. Everything I work for is super hard. It's never easy, but when I get it, it's like, it's there forever, So we're going to build this channel one step, one day at a time. Yeah, life or just a thought. The Bitcoin Vegas logo on the right side of the screen is blocking the price. No, it's not. Thank you. Appreciate you, though. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the price is right there, my friend. I appreciate you, though. Buying a 700K plane, put 100K down, get to write off the full amount, lease to private charter, they make your payment, and fly free around anywhere, anytime. Secret sauce. Buy a 700K, we're going to have to talk in Vegas. Buy a 700K plane down, put 100K down. Yeah. Honestly, I'd rather just fly big airlines, man. They're safer. I just feel safer with a bigger airline. Even if I could fly private, I see people in these little private planes. I flew kind of close to private recently. I was in the little plane. It was freaking me out, man. The market maker is nobody. The market maker is the liquidity grabber. The market goes to wherever it goes because of liquidity. It finds where the orders want to be met. There's a big whale trying to fill an order. It's going to figure out a way to fill that order. What do you think about Benji or FX or Miggles? I don't think about it at all. Yeah, not at all. Yeah, and it is, again, another thing we will discuss here is there's a bunch of people talking about Bitcoin being in a diamond. I can't stop seeing this as a pennant. I see this is about to break out like tonight. This is going to break up or break down tonight. Like we're getting a decision maybe on the stream tonight. Like Bitcoin is going to pump or dump. It gets above the 200 MA there on the 1 hour time frame. It is gone. It's going to pump hard. And all day it was supposed to dump out of a head and shoulder. Like it had its chance to be bearish where everyone would have jumped on it. It's looking a little funky. I'm long right now. It looks like it's going to shoot up to 105.4. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm seeing. Low, higher, low. That's a higher low. Where a move is coming very soon for Bitcoin. I'll tell you that right now. Now, I think a lot of other people around the internet, and just people that know their stuff. It's not just but people are seeing this as a diamond. It's a diamond, Sammy. A diamond pattern. Can you believe it? They think it's a diamond. It is a diamond. I'll take it. And if it goes to the bottom, it comes out the bottom. Doesn't sound right, honestly. Laugh it up, laugh it up, laugh it up. I couldn't agree more. Move incoming. So it looks like a big move is coming. Full moon came already too, and usually gives us the pump. Right, but anyway, and so I'm long on this idea here, and I think the entry was just right there at 102.9. I think that was your last chance. That 102.7 was it. But again, who knows what I have no idea. I know nothing but the fact about ignorance. Can't you see the Adam and Eve? Or are you just blind to the sauce? You cannot see the sauce, my young grasshopper, but I can see. Oh, your sensei can see the sauce. Can you see the sauce like your sensei? Are you able to go all the way? Be like water. Water forms the cup. Does not change the cup. Forms the any structure of the cup. Water forms the structure of the cup. Be like water. So, you see this Adam and Eve to 104, 399. I mean, that looks juicy to me. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it looks interesting. All right. It looks interesting. Let me take a look here at token metrics for you, and we'll see what the most trending coins are at the present moment in time for Tokimetry. A little bit of Tomat, a little bit of Tokimetry over here. Shh. Can you hear it? It's the sound of money. It's coming. All right, so take a look. Trending right now is CFG, Virtual, Hype, and LDO. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at CFG. Funny, people mentioned Centrifuge. I had a big pump, right? And then I was like, coming back, I was like, well, I wouldn't chase that after that. And we pulled the Fibonacci, and we saw that it came back down to the fib. Wow, this is nuts what happened here. It did bounce off the fib, and it did a bounce. It's crazy. I mean, that looks really strange to me. Funny, they say it's the most trending coin right now for some reason. I'm all set. I guess people are shorting it. I'm all set right now. I don't like that at all. Let's take a look at LDO, Lido. Lido down, baby. Lido down. Now, this is going to continue. Look, last time I put it out, we had that move there up to 127. It went nicely up to 118. And a move that stopped to break even at that point. Either you get stopped out or took some gains. But that was a beautiful pennant that broke to the upside for LDO. Let's take a look at the bigger picture here. So, wow, it never got back above its 200 MA. I know I flipped these back on, but it's, you know. I do see these getting tight, though, and it's coming back to support. So a lot of coins are doing this. They're right back at support. You know, Doge is there. We got there's literally, I'd say, over 500 coins in this similar idea. It's kind of a shoulder. It's kind of a big, it's a big inverted shoulder, really big head, inverted head and shoulder. It's a cup and handle. There's your cup. It makes the handle to the upside, and it wants to bounce back up to 135. Very gutsy call to buy right now, for sure, but wow. Couldn't it being the low? And then if we do get the move for Bitcoin, then ETH, right, and then everything starts to pump again, and then DeFi rips. I find that's the first higher low in the set of a bigger move. Might be the last chance to get this thing below $1. I could be wrong, but LDO looks interesting to me. I'd have LDO on the radar. And again, it has a use case. We know it has a use case. It's not an ish coin. It's not a meme. People actually can use LDO. And we know the second a market gets frisky, people like to start borrowing and lending in DeFi. And LDO is going to provide that. I think there's even liquid stake in there, right, on Lido DAO. One of the first to really ever do it. And then Swell came out. We had hype, you know, all this other stuff since then. Renzo, right? Let's take a look here at Virtuals. Virtuals is the one that I believe is a great DCA right now. I have a nice bag and, you know, buy a little bit here or there and attempt to swing trade a big old bag when the market gets ready for a move to the upside. So I wanted to see if Virtual could stay in this, right? I was looking for this pump. The daily looked interesting. The 3-day chart, a little overbought. So when you look at Virtual, you're like, well, like a lot of other coins, it had a big run up on the bigger time frame. Maybe just, you know, we gotta have to pull the fib on the 3-day chart here. And we're gonna come back down maybe to the 0.5, 0.618. Maybe we have a... See, that's what the only weird thing is too. Like that almost suggests maybe we do get the dump for Bitcoin and it pulls all the altcoins down. So that's why, like, to me, it's a DCA right now. If this were to bounce, it would probably start to, hang out sideways, and then a big rip would come. So, like, I don't think I'd have to make a decision so fast, in my humble opinion. Like, it would be illogical. It would also be a cup and handle, and it's a way for the 21 with oversold. Overbought. The daily's a bit oversold, though, and could bounce. So, like, the daily could get a bounce. Amongst all this chaos here, the daily could get a nice little bounce back to the top, then start to trend. Because this coin has such a use case and people like it, I feel like if it dumps, the whole market has to be taking a big hit. Otherwise, I just feel like, how could it not go sideways and then make a big move on out of here? 395 would be the target too. So, and again, nothing has to be done here. We can watch this unless someone has to get these lows, the DCA. But if it bounces, comes back down somewhere to 183, and then, for me, it's more about the swing trade. It's not about getting the perfect price on that. For DCAing, it's about the perfect price. So it depends on what you're doing. For me personally, like, I have to kind of go about what is the order of business. If the order of business is collecting coin, then I'm DCAing. I'm looking for the cheapest prices. I'm not really sweating. If I'm swing trading, I'm not really trying to hold things too long. I want to make sure I'm getting in right before the swing. I'd rather not have to get in at 162 and wait for days and make more money on the swing, fine, than be able to get in at 183 and let the swing happen in a couple of days or an hour. You know what I mean? So to me, timing has a lot to do with how I trade. Like, how long do you want to be in the trade? When can you adjust? And, when you get better and better at trading, you'll get in right before it starts to pump. Many times in your life, you're like, well, it's about to move now, because you should have parameters set. Like, I have parameters in that 5 minute. I can see when the 5 minutes about to move. We did a perfect trade on Friday afternoon, or was it Thursday? I think it was Thursday or Friday. Yeah, Thursday, because we talked about it on the weekly screen share. And shout out to everyone that came to the weekly screen share. They're blowing up. I really appreciate that. Very, very nice of everyone that comes to those. They're very awesome. I'm very inspired by those. So virtual, looking for a bounce there and sideways price action with the oversold stochastics RSI. Music stopped for me to drink. Funny. So we're not doing anything. We're just showing you people what I'm watching here. And then there's Hyperliquid, which has been hot. Had a crazy wick though. Like, looked like it was going to break out, came back in. Looked like it was going to break out, came back in again. And now, like, I'd have to assume it's just going to continue to the upside. Like, these were just strange breakout moves, like short squeezes or whatever. But it still has looked more bullish than bearish to me. It does have a bearish div. All right, so I'll give that. The daily is, like, a little bit concerning. It's been ripping on the 3. It's been just going straight up for a while now. You'd think it would pull back. On the 1 hour, I would, like, start building a new position here, something like this. Something like this, and then maybe a swing out like that. All right. And then bang. I would like to see Hyperliquid get the bounce there. Almost a little bit of hidden bullish divergence. Oversold in the stochastics. This thing is hot. You'll be seeing this thing at $36, $50 a coin. When the market really rips, Hyperliquid's $100. I mean, a 4X looks very likely to me. And again, don't take my word for it. Do your own research. I just don't see how it doesn't rip. It's got such a good use case. It's the leading DEX in the world. People love it, Maybe not. I don't want to speak, but to me, it's the leading DEX, the way it operates, the way it works. It's the way it should be. You got to kind of send your money into the DEX and then use the DEX separately. It's better. It's just the basic, right? I got money there. I don't even know how to get there. I have to remember. How do I get back? That's the thing. You do all these things in the bull run, then things calm down. You pull back. Then you're like, what was I doing again? Where was my money? I was staking, flipping, ripping. What? And you, like, go back over, like, the serial bullish person you were and all this insanity you were doing all over the, it's like, and for me, it's like, what the heck was going on over there? It's almost like you were drunk with gains, which is kind of really what happens. So Hyperliquid looks interesting to me. I definitely think it's worth keeping on the radar. And these are the most trending coins too, so it's just like we're showing you what's hot right now in the whole market based on AI. You know, I have data set, you know, I'm using a data set that finds this, and that's what it's telling us. And they all make sense too. Like, it makes sense to me 100%. 100%. Let's jump into the chat. How's the chat doing? Look at the consolidation you told us way back on Bitcoin. Now we on that gains. Love you, brother. Shout out to PS5, future of gaming. If we can really make gold, then Bitcoin will never stop. I know, right? Never, never stop. Never, never land. Never land, baby. Yeah, Bitcoin getting that little pump to 365, 103, 365 days a year, 103, 365, baby, BTC. I'm showing a bit of an Adam and Eve double bottom here for Bitcoin. Measured move takes you to 104, 355. These are pretty strong. I've seen them, you know, I'd say over an 80% hit rate on the Adam and Eve. Sammy's ready rolling over the daily. It looks like it, but I don't have the vision like you do. Let's take a look at Render Man. Thank you for asking. Send in a super chat for TA and Deep Dive. Wow, it did roll over though. Had a nice pen. It looked like it was going to do some damage and never made it. That's sad. First thing you want to look at anything is on the weekly time frame if you can. And wow, I mean, it tweezer topped in the weekly, which isn't great. Right off the bat, my first look isn't amazing, right? Overbought on the 3-day chart for sure. I mean, looks like it's got a shoulder ahead and it possibly makes another right shoulder. It does have a nice uptrend though, so you look for it to bounce, just like what I'm showing you on whatever coin we just looked at. But something like this, and let it get tight, then let the charts lead you to the next move. Could make a right shoulder and dump, you never know. Mark and S, blessing Sam, thanks for all your hard work. Can you look at XCN for us, please? Let's take a look at XCN. XCN's got a really strange chart. Kind of just have to roll with it. Of all the charts I've seen, it's a bit odd, I'll be honest. It's you know, it's like unlike many of the charts I've ever seen in my life. So it had this huge move, ran up, came up, then it made the beautiful flag, broke out. To me, this flag's just on the way to the destination. And we're just very unlikely, when a flag breaks out of its trend line, like this trend line here, very unlikely it's going to break below it before it already hits this destination. And it's going to take time. I don't know how long. And you just got to trust that TA idea. And again, maybe a couple times in your life, it'll break down and dump. But like 90% of the time, once I flag out of a flag, there's a good chance we continue to rip ski to the upside, but there's no guarantees of anything I'm saying. And nothing is 100%, right? You take a look here, we bounced off the 200 MA. And then I want to see if we could come back down to the bottom of the trend line. Boom, boom, and get very tight. Then could we get a beautiful breakout here to the upside all the way to about, I don't know, 2.6. And that would be beautiful. All the way to 0.262287 would be unbelievable, right? So, you know, I'd be looking for sideways price action again here for XCN and a continuation. And I think, not what I think, but the charts convey the bigger picture is on its way to 0.32. But these things take a lot of time, and it's, you know, it's dealing with Bitcoin moves. So you might get a pump, then you probably dump down, then you'll get a pump, you'll go sideways, pump, dump down, you know. It'll eventually hit it, but it'll probably be a pretty erratic on its way up. But that's all. I'm in XCN, and I'm looking for that move. So I personally have funds in it. And what I just said, I go up or down with the ship there with XCN. So when we get the likes up to the watchers, I would greatly appreciate it. This beautiful Sunday, beautiful Saturday show, beautiful Sunday afternoon. I'm just joking. Beautiful Saturday day. But you know, today was such a nice day that you should forget what day it was, man. What a beautiful day it was. Hanging out with my family, hanging out with my best friend Mindy. One of the best, nicest people I've ever met in my whole life. Shout out to Mindy and Mario. If you're out there, Mario and Mindy, we love you. First month in the 99, and I'm never leaving. My 15-year-old keeps asking to learn TA now, but I'm only a few months in my crypto journey. And so if anyone has some advice on how to start him, God bless. Start him give him the class, you know. I love this guy. He's in the 99. He never wants to leave. I love this. It's what I want to hear, man. It's what I want to hear. Shout out to Crypto Billy. I seen Crypto Billy was in like a similar boat as me. We were both on the water with our family, having a blast, just doing what we love, man. Touching grass, touching water, smelling the fresh air. It was a blast. It was good times. It's Sunday at 3:57 where these OG lifers are at already. We probably got some Dubai cats too, where it's 8 hours ahead. It's 4 a.m. in Dubai. Sean, we love you. How you been? With the 777s on Sean. And so that's Margaret Ness, and that's XCN for Margaret. So yeah, I've given you my all for Bitcoin, and I've looked at it pretty thoroughly, and it makes sense to me. I'm looking for this Adam and Eve just to break to the top of the trend line when I show up tomorrow morning. Or back at 104,000, ready to rock. All right. And someone says, please do ETH. Of course, let's take a look at Ethereum's. That looks almost bare, but it's a bullish divergence there on the divergence strongly moving up. You can see the divergence strongly in an uptrend here. Price action in a downtrend. You would expect a bounce from that over time. But again, let's see. I was in ETH. I gave up. You know, I went hard right here on the support and resistance flip, thinking that it would be a gentleman and it would respect its zones. We'd get an easy bounce. But I figured, hey, why not? If it goes down, I get stopped out. I don't have to risk tons of money. Like, you don't have to get liquidated all. You know, you don't have to, like, the stop loss could be pretty simple. And, you know, it bled out. It didn't hit. I got out at 25.45. I never chased. And ETH has continued to bleed a little bit now. And you can't say in the back of your mind you don't see a little bit of this shoulder, head, right shoulder. I don't, you know, I'm just... Anything could happen for Ethereum. So the RSI looks like it's rounding and wants to push up. The stochastics have made 3 bottoms. I mean, usually that's enough. It's very oversold. Like, that's very oversold. So... And then it seems like we came back to support almost for a double bottom there. 6 hour, maybe the 8 hour. Yeah, I mean, that looks basically like a double bottom to me on the 8 hour time frame. I mean, pretty dang close to it. The daily's had 4 red days now straight, just bloody. Again, Ethereum doesn't have to pump with Bitcoin. It could struggle now. Look at the move it just got. I wouldn't be surprised if the daily had to come back to the 21 or at least something. I don't know. It's in this pennant. It looks like it looks like it broke back inside. Now it's trying to break out one more time. I see it moving up with Bitcoin. They're both going to retrace, back up to 2.6. There's a lot of shorts to eat right now. And just why not? While they're in the chop, why don't they just eat the shorts up? I don't like the market structure, and I'm going to have to wait for it to kind of give me more information. It's like that could make some shoulder and maybe shoulder, head, shoulders, it's... I don't know. It doesn't look amazing. I need to see it get back above that and really, is it doing something like this? Or hard to tell really what ETH is going to do. The price action looks pretty strange. But for now, I'd like to see it bounce at least back to 26.22, and then we'll go from there. One day at a time. You don't have to have all the answers. You just have to have some of them each time you get somewhere. I talked about SUIP breaking out, going back up there to 5.2, and this thing ripped. On a wick, it went up 60%. It's still holding gains of 25, and on solidly, it went up 42. Still holding gains of 25%. SUIP out the flag to the upside. And that makes you kind of think about DeepBook again. So DeepBook slipped out the bottom of the flag here. It's waiting on basically Bitcoin again. If Bitcoin pumps, then DeepBook can get the pump. It's crazy how DeepBook is somewhat like, is basically Bitcoin right now. SUI in a flag that's, retesting support right there. Is it going to be a deeper flag? Or are we going to rip? I mean, these are most likely to rip, right? I could see SUI just being like, $6. What was I thinking? It'd be $6 before you know it. Like by the end of May, it's $6. And today it's the 17th. And you're like, but how? But what? But no way. I mean, anything could happen here. 4 hours above the 200 MA, and we're getting tight moving averages. That usually tells me there's a catalyst for a move. I wouldn't be surprised if this, again, it's very, very gut. The best times to buy are usually the highest risk times, where the price action could really go down on you pretty hard and you're not sure what's going to happen. Those are usually the best times to buy. And it's tough. It's very, very tough. But this is just how it is, So, and that's SUIP in a nutshell here. $5.99 is where we could be going. $6. It will have to break through that 431 resistance. But man, I don't want to make FOMO for SUIP and make people go crazy here. Sammy the man, can you do a technical analysis on Petunia? It's new, but the chart looks good to me. I'm a newbie. It's a viral TikTok pig launched on bonk.fun. I don't know if I want to. Look at Kita continuing to pump out the flag. Even a little more, vertical than we thought it would go. Now we can kind of move our next projection up. But wow, Kita continuing to take names and kick butt. And you heard it here. We've been talking about Kita now for, I think, about a week, maybe more, on and off. And his man talked about Petunia. Petunia on Sol. He said it's a viral TikTok pig launched on Bach Fun. Petunia rocks right here. That's a little pig there. Oh no, they're all little pigs. Yeah, I see it. I mean, this is on Sol with a $6.4 million market cap. I mean, right off the bat, if you pull a fib, that looks like it came down to the 618 or almost the 78. Yeah, that's a 618 golden pocket. I mean, you would expect to bounce there in any traditional asset. After it pumps, it comes down to the 618. It bounces again back up to length. Too risky for me at this point, but the TA looks like it could possibly play out. Some hidden bullish divergence too as well. I don't even have to look at it to see that it's there. Shout out to Mr. Ooh, So Fresh. God bless you. Hope you're having a wonderful day there. And thank you for finding me here on YouTube on a Saturday night. And you never know who's going to click on you on a Saturday night. It's like I got open season. Hey, I'm right here. Maybe get the likes up to the watchers. And shout out to the 383 beautiful people that did hit the like button. That's going to come back to you tenfold. That's like all the tips I left this week. It's all the beautiful servers that helped me and my family at all the places we ate at. Blessings to everybody out here. May you have a wonderful day. I can't express how much appreciation I give for you and the lifers. I pulled a bag load of Sol at 214. Never look back. So thank you. Wow, man. God bless you, brother. I hope you made a boatload and God bless you, man. ENA on the 30-minute and the 1 hour time frame. Much love, Sam. Gabriel M. Leone. Gabriel. Let's take a look at my man let's take a look at my man Gabriel. ENA. And I hold some of this coin long term, so let's see where it could go. I haven't looked at it in a while. So it double bottom, telling me this is a good buy zone. You're not chasing the top. You're basically, you're not buying the top. You're buying the double. Be like buying a double top at the top of the market. Instead, you're buying the double bottom at the bottom. Everything's got this cup and handle vibe, like it can continue to pump here, which is interesting. And then you got like previous support as resistance right down here. So, look, bounce, kind of came, and we're bouncing right off to me, it says that it's going to bounce right now back to 60 cents. I would watch this thing. It looks like it's going to bounce sooner than later. Thank you, Sam. God bless. Thank you, Mr. Oh So Fresh. Thank you for the $2, man. That'll come back to you tenfold, man. Anything you give will come back. Sammy knows how to hold like a ball. Shout out to Crypto Billy all day long, baby. All day long. Look at that. I got a bag of Sol right there. 158,000. Sol, baby, Sol. And I feel like I should have more Sol. So we cover Bitcoin dominance, and you got to watch my Bitcoin macro analysis video out every Friday. We were nailing the S&P and the NASDAQ bounces. When everybody got super bearish, I started calling the time to buy over and over again. I was overly bullish, and bang, we got the bounce back to the upside beautifully. Same thing I see happening here, even called Master. I see Master going to 700. People are going to short it. They're going to get their pants ripped open. Shorting Master, or we call it strategy now. It's not called Master Strategy. It's called strategy. That's it. That's it. Because it's the strategy. Like, that's it. It's the best strategy on earth, you know. Mudang getting a relief pump. How do you get so much soul from investing? God bless everyone in the chat. Christ is King. Sold 500,000 soul for more Bitcoin at 80K. So that, wow, they need a bad move if it was worth it for you. Sharon, check out Filecoin. It's quietly partnering with Alexar. It also partnered with Ripple to put file storage XRPL. Look into it. Could be a major winner this run. I mean, it's such an annoying coin, but I'll take a look at it. Seems to hang on around their Filecoin, right? I'll tell you what, man, everything is in this I'm about to rip stage. This is what we just showed on the last coin, right? The higher low, at a support line where we've seen price action hit before, right? That's a point of control. Look at that. And this is saying that, like, Bitcoin's about to rip and take the whole market up. Like, either that or, like, it's just going to be pain for too long. And you see some beautiful last chances to buy altcoins before they rip. And I don't really usually say stuff like that. I'm not trying to FOMO anybody in for any reason. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. But like every coin looks like this. It's got the shoulder, the head, the right shoulder. Some of them have ripped out. Some of them haven't. Then it's got the higher low. And again, pull a fib on that. I mean, that's your 786 fib, isn't it not? 618 golden pocket. Look at that. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that takes a bounce. The target would be 365. Shout out to Go to the Gym Bro. You can never have enough soul. Sammy, it looks like all alts are about to hit the 50 MA. Can you check at code XRP? Thank you. Much love, brother. Shout out to Go to the Gym Bro for the $19.99. Been very, 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 very supportive of me. Super appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. And let's take a look at XRP. Last time I looked at it, it looked like it was going to break out of like a kind of in a strange triangle there. And it did. And it came back to retest. What's happening? What's going on? Let's take a look. So the first thing I want to do is look at it on the weekly. And to me, it's got kind of shoulder, head, possible right shoulder. I'm just being open-minded here first. I'm not telling you what's going to happen. The indicators say it's going to pump. Like the MACD is curving, RSI is curving, and you're oversold and curving up on the stochastics RSI. Like all the indicators suggest we're about to boom. And then this looks like a flag that technically broke out already. Some could say shoulder, head, right shoulder, but I feel like shoulder, head, shoulder there, and we broke out already. Like that happened. That's in the past. Now a falling wedge that broke out of it on the weekly and ready to move. So the weekly looks really good. Like for most assets, that's where you want to start buying, right? When the weekly's down and out. You don't want to buy when the weekly's high. You want to buy when the weekly's oversold. So it looks really good on the RSI. It looks good on the stochastics RSI. It looks good on the MACD. It will depend on what Bitcoin does. Bitcoin dumps, like obviously I don't see this thing going up. It's going to pump anyway, all the way to the upside. Not likely. But, and that big wick on the weekly isn't fun to see, right? That's not amazing. 3-day chart, daily chart. So like what I'm looking for here, just so you know, the target is 479. So that's where we're going to go if everything goes our way. You're going to see a $4.79 XRP over here, right? All-time highs for XRPs. Look for this to flag out again. It's the flag scenario. It's the falling wedge. You can see this is like every single coin. We really need to see this action here, or we're going to be, everything's going to struggle, because then we're going to lose that market structure and rebuild again. Right now, we have the beautiful pump, the bring back, the dump back down. You draw the fib too. You're at that 618 golden pocket on the wick. And we're expecting the bounce here in almost everything. Filecoin included, XRP, you name it. They all look exactly the same. I hope you're watching this. This is very important insight for all my people in the trading group. This is really like the trading group's live stream, because only like the trading group really comes here on Saturday and Sunday nights. Their average people it's not that important to them. Crypto they haven't decided the crypto that important to them, so they're just not going to be showing up to this. All right, there's too much. And also, some people, they're with their kids. They're watching a movie. 8 p.m. isn't the best time. Eastern Daylight Savings Time for most people. All right. I should long Bitcoin with no leverage. I think it's going to pump. Hey, I did 84K, 81K. I bought $5,000 worth of Bitcoin today. I showed my trading group my buy. I said, I'm buying more Bitcoin here. It is what it is. You got to just keep buying more Bitcoin is what my mind says. Like, you have no choice. You don't have a choice, son. You got to keep buying the Bitcoin. And just getting closer and closer to a holy. Let's go-y, baby. Let's go-y. And blessings to everybody out here. I'm here on weekends because I trade futures during the week. Crypto on the weekends. Pretty cool. I'm here. Just don't have money for a sub right now. Hey, God bless you, brother. Thank you, Dingbat99. I love it. Shout out to Crypto Billy in the house. And shout out to all my... So we went over a lot of altcoins to kind of cover the market. Like, I bet if I look at Cardano, it's going to look just like all this stuff. Might have a little bit of an edge because it's Cardano right now, but no, it's, you know, same. Inverted head and shoulder broke out. Now it's under that secondary flag again. And, you know, it's coming back to the 21-day moving average. And you got to get the pump. You can see this looks just like every coin. We just Filecoin, XRP, you name it. Shout out to Gary Bifoco. Thank you for the dedication. God bless you. Thank you. FedEx is requesting a commercial invoice for I have no idea, man. It's none of my business, brother. Hope you have time. I had never had any problems. I don't even know what you did. I'm sorry, bro. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what goes on with other people's stuff, man. I've never heard of that, though. No, so just DCA on all my top 10 coins from the low, already in gains. You're the man, bro. Thank you. Hey, God bless you. Bitcoin loves to pump at 3 a.m. So we're looking for the big move. The next week straight pumping 80 to 96. Then we'll get the bigger pullback, but the pullback will be 86. Like, everyone will know at that point that the market has spoken. All right. So there we go. Shout out to Victor. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Shout out to all the awesome, beautiful people. Thank you for jumping on in. Yeah. You know, Songbird's been getting a bunch of pump behind the scenes. It really has. Like, look, it's now retesting its 200 MA. Something's brewing with Songbird. Like, they're doing something with that new system, and Songbird's coming in with XRP. And Flare token actually looks similar. In Flare and Songbird, they've been moving together. I believe you got free Songbird, right? I believe I have some Songbird somewhere because of XR from Flare. I think Flare got a Songbird airdrop. If I'm right? Does everyone... Are you with me? Could you bear... I just remember waiting for my wife for our second child at the, always at the pregnancy. And she never wanted me to go. She's like, please don't go in. I'm just going to go and make it as quick as I can. And I would just sit in the car. She begged me not to go in. I would have gone in. And I would sit in the car and look at XRP. I remember one day just staring at the price and being like, what's going to happen to this coin, man? XRP, you know. I think I got a nice pump that day. Everyone was like excited. And then the lawsuit. And then nothing, right? So Songbird could get, you know, almost every coin looks like it's going to catch this rip. I see this flag for everything, all cup and handles everywhere. It's cup and handle season. Shout out to Powerhound. Just want to say I love you. Thanks for being you. God bless you, man. Thank you, dude. Got so many people that say that to me. I just don't even know what a hater is, man. Only cool people in my life, man. God bless you. Thank you. Can't wait to meet you. And shout out to anyone that's going to Vegas, Bitcoin Vegas, baby. Let's go. Let's go. I'm in a fat cast below 20x from 0.08, 20K position. Ooh, that's hot. That's very hot. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Forgot all about it. Sammy Bitcoin is ready to pump. We've bottomed out too. Got a lot of room on the way back up. Yeah. we call that whiff pump, and that thing pumped like woof, like it went all the way to my target at 123, which is crazy. Like it was just gone. And it just kind of tells you something, like people are getting ready for something. And again, whiff tells me it's about to do its next, this is your last chance to get whiff below $1. Thing is gonna go absolutely parabolic. It's got some support and resistance right there. And that thing's going to 185. What people don't realize is once this market takes off, like it dumps and dumps and dumps, it's so boring. And then it takes off and it's like here, remember we dumped and dumped and dumped for weeks. And then we went from 155 all the way back to 460. And we did it from September 13th to November. We did it in 2 months. 2 months from now, we're back up here and I'm just gonna be like, what happened? You know? Givers gain. Shout out to Crypto Billy. We love you, man. Crypto Lifer, thanks for all you do. We have a lot in common. You've helped me become a stronger man in regard to losing my dad. It never gets easier. God bless you and your family. You know, I was really looking for my dad last night. Really wanted to talk to my dad. I don't want to make anyone sad or anything, but like really was looking for my dad in my heart. Reached out like this and just wanted, he's a strong dude. Whenever I say goodbye, he gave me this handshake. And it was my dad, man. I had such a strong father, bro. Guy was a warrior, bro. And he had so many emotions that he hid, but they were there, He didn't hide them like most, some Irish fathers, they got no emotions. My dad showed some emotion, like he did. He was a cool guy. He was like a hippie, man. He had, he wore his heart on his sleeve sometimes. I probably saw him cry like twice in my life, like very, very rare. And he loved my mom, man. It was him and my mom, like they dedicated themselves to each other. Like I saw true love. Like he was a pain in the butt, I'll be honest. He was tough to be around, and sometimes he could be pretty, I'll give it to you. But man, he loved my mom, and they were together from when they were 21 to, they were together for 50 years, man. 50 years they spent together. It's amazing because like you live these lives like 90 to 100, like 50 years to spend with someone. And so, you know what I can get from that? What you can get from me is the apple doesn't fall from the tree. People say that, right? And I hate to stereotype some people, but it can be somewhat true. What you can find out about me if you research my past and my people and my family is like I come from loyal Irish people, man. And like my parents were so loyal to each other, they were gonna go all the way to the end till death do them part, and they did that. No divorce, no BS till the day they loved each other, to the day they died. And they died 7 months apart. My mom died of a broken heart, as far as I'm concerned. She couldn't go a day without my dad. Those 7 months were hell for her. As much as she loved her kids and wanted to be there for her, I think her heart hurt for him more than I could ever imagine. And I'm sorry to break your mind, like you're going through this, you want to be on a live stream, and next thing you know, you're watching, an emotional episode, movie. But I just gotta be, it's my life, and I show my life on this channel. I don't hide back from it, and real and recognize real, right? And so, hey, I lay it all on the line, and I didn't know my parents were gonna die while I was live streaming. They could have still been alive, and I could have just been the regular guy. But I'm the dude whose parents died while he blew up. Like he blew up, got to almost 100,000 subscribers. And his mom and dad never got to see that $100,000 plaque. I mean, they did in the spiritual realm. They're looking down on me, but not in the physical. Yeah. My wife is one of the only people I like. God bless you, man. This is the reality people need to hear. Amen. We love you, Sammy. Nicole, thank you. God bless you. That means a lot to me. Sometimes I need it. I don't know why. Like if random, I don't want to say random, but a lifer or someone watching the channel says, I love you. It's like, wow. Like, thank you. Thank you, Sam, for always grinding for us. We respect you. We love you. Every day is a day of a blessing with you. Hey, you too. And every day is a blessing. Today, we did it again today. Look, it's 9:30 today, everyone. We started together at 8 a.m. And we're going to bookend this day together. And today's going to be today was one of the greatest days of my life. Not one of my kids got sick, No one got hurt. Not even a boo-boo. One of my daughters stepped on like a little stick. Her foot hurts, all right? So, and we came home, everybody healthy. My daughter's friends visited, and everything's happy there. right? We're showing them a really good time of what it's like to live in Florida, and just blessings, you know. I have a great friend, Mindy, that makes life so simple and easy, and I don't know how I would be able to do those things without her. Like, it's been a blessing. So I just gotta, you know, thank you to the Lord and everything that I've been given, and thank you for everything in my life. It's been a blessing. Today was an amazing day. You know, I didn't make tons of money on a trade, right? I didn't rip it. The market didn't rip, but again, you know, not every day has to be the great, you know, the biggest money day, but today was a good day. Hey, I was still in business. Business runs 7 days a week. Online, we're doing great. Things are in shape. And we're planning for 2026 and building right now for bigger and better things. And my whole team is on point and focused. I mean, I couldn't be more blessed and more grateful. So thank you again for everyone. I know I've been in a lot of gratitude lately, but I just find, you know, when the market's a little slow and I'm just watching price action, I think about how I got here and who still supports me on my way further. And I just got to say thank you to everybody. So it does look like almost every coin could get a rip here. XCN might, not every coin, you know, certain, like XCN looks a little different. It's going to have to consolidate. But look, Trump coin's in the same spot where it could just do some serious damage. It's crazy, right? What I like is it's like we're so close to 20. I mean, that would rip to 25. It'll double. If it can go from this low at 7 all the way up to 16, then it can definitely go from 12 to 25. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm a huge fan of the coin even. It's a meme. I get it. It actually devastated the market, including a lot of my positions. To this day, I'm still a little like, dang, man, you know, what happened there? So I'm not saying I'm not oblivious to that. But I mean, I like this market structure, and I've been watching this for a while now. And it's a bit of inverted head and shoulder. It's a cup and handle for sure. It's got a target right there. 25. I mean, that's you know, stop somewhere below like 10. Wow, they're calling your name, right? They look like, And Bitcoin could just get that bounce. Bitcoin back down again. They're playing games with the Bitcoin price. I wouldn't even look at it tonight. It's like pointless. It'll just hurt you, you know? And sometimes all it is a higher low on a bigger time frame. That's what you start learning after years and years of trading. It's these simple little things that you just, if you had only seen before, but you were so focused on 1,000 things because you just got started, you were learning. It takes years to calm it down and start to really see the sauce. It takes a long time. It's not something that happens overnight. You know, I wish it was, and I wish I could say that's, you know, but that's just not how it works. You know, it's going to, this whole thing will take time. Will take time. And so to go over Bitcoin one last time here is we stay at this. And like a big move is coming for Bitcoin, up or down. I have to say it looks more like a symmetrical, which mainly break down. But I'm going to stay long because it's a higher low. And because I'm bullishly biased, like if ever there's a 50-50, I'm going to be bullish. If it can go either way and I'm not sure what to do, I'm likely going to trade long. Either not trade at all or long. It's very rare when it's either way, I'm going to take the short. Very rare. And the stochastics are low too, which tells me that a move could be coming. So I'm long. Look, they even think it's a bull pennant there. There's a glitch there. Hold on. Well, the moving averages aren't showing up for some reason. And so that's kind of what we're watching here on the, I'd say, the 4-hour time frame. Watching this symmetrical triangle. I look better on like the 6-hour. Yeah, right. Yeah. A move's coming soon. I don't see how in the next 12 hours we don't pump. So it looks like it's happening tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon. CME gap also down there, but BOOKMAP still suggesting we go up to 104 and clip that red. My whole family would love to meet you one day. You have given us a path to freedom and the ability to live life that we want. You are awesome. Hey, God bless you. Thank you. That, I mean, I just like a whole family of people say I changed their life. I just like, thank you. Thank you. I'm very humbled by that. RSI 12-hour 22. BOOKMAP all show rippage. Sammy knows. Wow, Crypto Billy is on like Comic-Con. Sammy, check out Brandon Lake, and I'm all set. The music. Oh, Brandon Lake. Oh, thank you. Yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah, we were downgraded by Moody's. Yeah, of course. So we could go either way. I'm long. You got to figure out what you want to do. I got strategies and systems that tell me to stay long. They tell me that the probability is still serving me, even though it looks sketchy as hell right now. And that's where we sit. And we'll come back tomorrow to figure out what happens here for Bitcoin. 1 hour got the pump and then the dump again. Pump and dump, pump and dump, pump and dump, pump and dump. All day long, that's all they've done. That looks pretty sketchy, but again, I wouldn't be surprised if it just goes sideways. But a move is coming sooner than later for Bitcoin. It is kind of a symmetrical triangle. These dump 90% of the time. That's one thing I don't like. The big time frames look good, but there's, again, I'm getting mixed signals. It's 50-50. I lean a little more bullish, but the TA is 50-50 here. I got to tell you that. Any last things you want to ask? Anything you want to talk about here before Sammy jumps on out of here? And yes, I talk in the third person. Yeah. May your dad rest easy. Was a hippie. He was. Shout out to Jay Linus. Yeah. I just want to say I love you. My whole family loves it. God bless everyone that gave a beautiful super chat today. A lot of people just saying love and thank you. Shout out to Powderhouse 9611. Powderhound 9611. Thank you. Shout out to Jay Linus. Shout out to Gary Biofoco. Shout out to Gabriel M. Leone. Shout out to Justin X Crypto. Shout out to Go to the Gym Bro. CryptoCal82, Mr. Oh So Fresh, Gabriel M. Leone, Mr. Oh So Fresh again, and Margaret Ness. And I want to make sure I got everybody there. Yeah, I think I got everybody there. And God bless everyone that gave tonight. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. May God bless you all. Thank you so much. Watch those altcoins that we talked about. Also posted them to the trading group. God bless everybody that's watching the channel. And I'll see you all tomorrow morning, bright and early. Pretty early, probably about 8 a.m. again. I like to do it early on the weekends, so I'll be going to bed and being right up early every single day of the week, 7 days a week. I love you all. Thank you so much for jumping on in with the Lifer and hanging out. Usually we go about an hour to an hour and a half. It was pretty good here on this Saturday night. Go enjoy your night. Go have some fun. Shout out to Bit2Next. Shout out to Weeks. Shout out to Max C. All the links are up in the description. In the pinned comment, you can see it's very simple and easy. Go to the pinned comment. If you'd like to join the trading group and find out more about who I am and what I do and how I may help you, which a lot of people say that I've done a lot for them. So, hey, maybe you want to find out how I did that yourself. Go to cryptolifer.com. All right. And when you do that, you can go to the subscription button there and you can subscribe to a subscription. All right. If my computer would work. And right there, cryptolifer.com, hit the subscribe button, and you can subscribe to a monthly, a quarterly, or an annual subscription. All right. Jump on in today. I can't wait to see you there. All right. Every single day of the week. I'll be back tomorrow morning. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for being awesome and amazing. You know what time it is. It's time to be amazing. God bless each and every one of you. The secret to success is getting started. You could start something tonight. You could start a book. You could start reading it. You need the knowledge. Go after it. If you want to become a better trader, you got to get the education. I've been doing this for a long time. All right. This is going to take you a long time. I got into crypto in 2016. It'll be 10 years soon. I was trading even before that. I've been trading for a while. 15 years, you know. But when I first touched my first trade, like 22, 23, I'm 42 now. It's been 20 years since I started my journey and said, hey, I'm going to start buying and selling stocks, you know. So it took me a long time to make my first mill, about 17 years. I'm a late bloomer, so a lot of people did it before me, but you can do it too. And it's not, you're not on anyone else's clock. You're on your own time. Be blessed. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. That's the secret of stealing your happiness. I love you all. The secret to success is getting started. Go after your life. You're not going to be great to start, but you got to start to be great. God bless you all. Thank you. I'll catch you on the next one. Gotta keep pushing. We gotta keep going. There's just nothing left, baby. Every time we look in the mirror, that's the person that's gonna make it happen. Every single time we wake up in the morning, we look in the mirror, that person is gonna make your day amazing. Only you could do this for yourself every single day, baby. You can, you will, you are the best. I love you all. These are the days. These are the times. Let me be free. Let me design, baby. We all want the same. We all want the love. Let's go. If you guys give me the energy to come back why would I not show up tomorrow morning? Why? What a great stream. I'd be a fool not to show up tomorrow. Every single day, baby. Blessings on blessings. Crypto is life. Master friend, baby. Margaret Ness, heavy footer. Love you. The lifers. Forever.